Make sure you subscribe on all platforms and leave that 5-star review. Let's get it. Talk about it.
You are now tuned in to Above the Rim. Hoops Talk for the street.
Family, what's good? Welcome back to another edition of Above the Rim. Hoops Talk for the streets. You already know how we do, family. It's your host, Justin, a.k.a. Just Blaze. Family, you know the drill. To get in contact with me, you can always hit me up and follow me on Twitter at JustBlaze_513, on IG at JustBlaze513, on Facebook and YouTube, search Above the Rim Podcast. Also email the show as well, Above the Rim NBA Podcast at gmail.com. Tap in and leave the family a voicemail. The line is always open, 908-718-1592. Family, best way to support the show. Cop your merch. Make sure you leave your boy a review. iTunes, Spotify, all of that good stuff. If you rock with the show, if you're watching on the YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. Of course, I appreciate it. Everything is everything. Love is love. Subscribe, comment, show some love. Tell me your thoughts. I want to hear from the family. Another solo playoff preview, family. I got to talk about 76ers versus the Boston Celtics right here. Quick preview. Another high-level semifinal conference matchup. The MVP of the league gets his toughest playoff test yet. The Celtics are trying to go to back-to-back finals. They are in locked-in mode. During the regular season, Boston went 3-1 against Philly. The Sixers haven't reached the conference finals since Allen Iverson led the Philadelphia 76ers to the finals in 2001. The Sixers played the Celtics in the first round of the 2020 playoffs when they were swept after being with an injured Ben Simmons in that series. This is going to be another difficult matchup, as we all expected. What I'm looking for in this particular series, how do the Philadelphia 76ers adapt to Joel Embiid not getting doubled this series? I think Jacques Vaughn made it a little too easy in that 76ers Nets series to just find an open man. Embiid didn't score as well in that net series. I think he only averaged 20 or 21 or something like that. He's usually over 30 a night. I think he's going to have to adjust in this series, but is he healthy enough to adjust? I'm not sure. I hope so. We'll see how he adjusts, because I don't think the Boston Celtics are going to double team him like that. They're definitely not going to triple team him. They're not going to be as nervous about Joel Embiid as the Brooklyn Nets were. They gave him a lot. They gave him too much attention, basically, on the defensive side, and that really, it was way too easy for the Philadelphia 76ers to score at that point. All they had to do was find an open man, as I said before. It was an easy game plan, easy way for them to really hurt the Nets on every single offensive possession that they didn't even really need Joel Embiid to score that much. Speaking of scoring, James Harden, he didn't really have the greatest series. Last episode I said I liked how Harden played with intelligence in that last series, but he didn't really score the ball particularly well against the Nets in that series. He only averaged 17 in that series. 17 against the Boston Celtics is not going to cut it. He's going to have to score a lot more than that. He's going to have either Derek White, Marcus Smart, or Jaylen Brown guarding him. They're going to be hounding him all game. All game, they're going to be hounding him all game. So he's going to have to score a little bit more, because the other guys are going to have their hands full. And I know he's still going to be distributing. He's probably still going to get his 10 assists tonight. But I'm going to need him to up that 17 to about 21 or 22 in this particular series in order for the 76ers to win. On the Boston Celtics side, Marcus Smart's offense is what I'm looking at. Can Marcus Smart's offense replicate his defense? If he can do that, the 76ers are in trouble, in my opinion. He played very well against the Hawks. Smart versus Maxey is an intriguing matchup that I'm looking at in this series. We're going to see who Marcus Smart is going to be primarily guarding on the offense side of the ball. If he can give you 15 to 20, maybe 17, maybe 14, 15 or something like that, I think the Celtics are in great shape. Derek White has been coming into his own in this postseason, and he's been excellent as well. So any really good offensive production that the Celtics can get out of Marcus Smart, I think it's going to pay extreme dividends for them. Marcus Smart, I'm looking out for him. Jason Tatum, right? He needs to remember that nobody on the Philadelphia 76ers can guard him. He had an easier matchup against the Hawks, but this is a grown man matchup right here against PJ Tucker. Jason Tatum Nobody can guard you in this series. You need to get at least 28 to 30 a night. Same way you were doing in this Hawks series, but it was kind of a lax series for you. Average about 27 and 10 for the series. You're going to have to replicate that, probably even more in this particular series, because you're going to have your hands full. You're going to be hounded this whole series. PJ Tucker's sole task is to stop you, to slow you down, to annoy you in this series. Don't let him do so. Don't let him frustrate you. It's going to be a physical game from him. Stay the course. Keep scoring. Be efficient. Get to the line if you're not hitting your jump shots, or turn into a facilitator. Jason Tatum is going to be a real key in the series, and I think it's going to be a real grinded out series, in my particular opinion. Predictions, I'm not sure who I'm going to go with. I'm still thinking about it, but it's going to be a tough series, but I'm going to go Celtics in 6. I'm going to go Celtics. I know before I had Philadelphia going to the finals before in my preview, but I'm kind of backtracking on that, man. I really like what the Celtics are doing right. So I'm going to go Celtics with 6, and it's going to be another really tough semifinals as well. So I'm looking out for a lot of things in that series. Family, I appreciate you once again for joining me for another episode, another playoff preview. Send me a voicemail with your thoughts, 908-718-1592. Go in the comments telling me who you are choosing in this series. And in all the series, all of the playoff previews that I put out, let me know who you are picking in the series and how many games. Let me know. I want to hear from you. Subscribe, of course. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I appreciate you guys for always rocking with me. New playoff preview. I see you at the end of the round. And we out.